All right, guys, weekly stimulus for the week of October 13th, Monday. Push jerk. 3-week cycle for push jerk, 5x5. Consider starting somewhere in that 65 to 70% range, if you guys know. And quite frankly, I think even for some of you guys that hit a heavy single weight of push press, I would consider starting somewhere about 60 to 65%, all right, of what you did for your heaviest push press, and use that for your first week of 5x5 push jerk, all right? Just a baseline maybe. Strict pull-ups in between, so go use the charts and make sure you're varying your pulling movements. That's only 4 sets in between the sets of 5 push jerk. All right, for time, I can't feel my legs, Kaiser. So anybody who knows that reference, kudos to you. All right, so row 40, 35, 60 wall ball, and then 20, 15 bike sprint. So coaches, you're gonna need to do this in heats. You'll run a heat probably every 2-3 minutes, depending on what the people are rowing. More than likely, it's gonna be like 2:30, all right, because it's gonna take a good amount of time for them to row, at least 2 minutes. All right, after that, they move on to 60 wall ball and then 20, 15 on the bike. Again, guys, I know after you do 60 wall ball, especially when you're doing them fast, you're not really gonna get on the bike and hammer away 20 calories. Think about knocking out your first 10, or for the ladies, maybe your first 8, and then go ahead and hammer away. Again, coaches, you need to do this in heats. Row is first, then the wall ball, then the bike. Tuesday is a squat clean EMOM. So coaches, do not give them a lot of time. If you look at the timeline on the squat clean on Tuesday, you'll see I think there's only 2 minutes. 3 minutes, which is more than enough time. You could even drop that to 2, because the first EMOM, or the first squat clean EMOM, is essentially a warm-up. So you're gonna run a 4-minute EMOM, and they're gonna do an above the knee squat clean, below the knee squat clean, from the floor squat clean. Your goal is to hold on to the bar for all the reps. And then you'll do that 4 times, okay? So that's 4 minutes. Then you'll go right into an every 90-second interval. So no break in between the EMOMs, because in between the movements, because they go up in time, all right? So every 90 seconds for 6 rounds, you'll do 3 touch and go squat cleans. All right, whatever weight you feel comfortable with, you have 6 sets. You can climb as needed. After that, you'll move right into an every 2 minute for 3 rounds of 5 touch and go squat cleans. I think a good way to go about this is think about doing your, if you do your 6 heavy 3, your 6 3 touch and go squat cleans, think about the weight you use for set 3, all right, to do for set 1 on the touch and go sets of 5 reps, all right? 5 rounds for time is after this. This workout, you really have to move on. Pick a dumbbell, you can go unbroken on the dumbbell snatches. 2 rope climbs, that's again nice and steady, and break up the push-ups early, all right? I know a lot of you guys are pretty good at push-ups, but 20, 15 is gonna add up real quick. This is gonna turn into a push-up workout for people who can handle the dumbbell. So break them up early and often. Maybe for the guys, 9, 6, 5, I think is a good way to go. Girls, I would do quick sets of 5. Wednesday is a 5 rounds for time. It's 15 toe to bar or 20 knees to chest. It's 12 power snatches and a 600-meter run. It has a rest break. The break it's not really a rest break. It's an opportunity for you to get outside and get ready to do the next run. 1 minute is gonna fly by, add the minute, and you have 5 rounds. Thursday, no forgiveness. So this is a penalty structured workout. So you have to accomplish, all right, a 5-minute plank, 50 chest to bar pull-ups, 500-foot dumbbell single arm overhead walking lunge, all right, 50 deadlifts, okay, and 5-minute farmer's hold. So there's a 150-meter penalty run on all breaks. So what that means is that as soon as your plank, you break from it, elbow plank, not a push-up plank, unless someone's a 5-minute push-up plank is good for their needs, all right? But elbow plank, As soon as I break the plank or the plank, I get a big pike in my butt or I get a big sag in my back, all right? That's a drop, go run, okay? Come on back, finish the plank to its full, then move on to the next exercise. 50 chest and bar pull-ups. This means as soon as you drop from the bar, all right, or you stop. So basically you can't go up there and kip 5 reps and just hang there for a few seconds and then start kipping again or start doing pull-ups. Once you make a significant stop or you drop from the rig, drop the bar, run. 500 foot dumbbell, single arm, overhead, walking lunge. That is 10 times down and back. So 20 times total, all right? If you bring the dumbbell down into front rack to switch the arms, that's a run, okay? All right? So your best bet is to maybe just go one distance. If you want to pass it over your head, you can do that, but be careful, all right? But it has to be smooth. You cannot bring the dumbbell down into rack, bring it to the other side, and then push it overhead, okay? All right? You'll keep the dumbbell overhead, all right? Deadlift. Same thing on the deadlift, all right? You can't lean back and rest up at the top, all right? Once you stop or let go of the bar, you're on a run. 5-minute farmer's hold is no different too as well, all right? As soon as you go ahead and start resting the kettlebells or the dumbbells on your thighs, or you open up your stance to rest them on your thighs, or you lean back too far, or you bend your knees, all right? That is going to be a run penalty. So your best bet is to just pick time frames, all right? Hey, if you could hold a 90-second plank, that's great. 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes or a minute. 3 runs right there. On the chest to bar, pick a number you could hit, all right? On the dumbbell, all right? Think about going with one arm a certain distance, okay? And again, if you want to make the transition, so be it. But, and on the deadlift too as well. Maybe do sets of 15. The weights are not heavy, all right? 15 is totally doable on a workout like this. Farmers is probably the one you can go ahead and be the most aggressive. But if you're able to hold a 5-minute farmers with the weight you're choosing, all right, not the end of the world. But next time when you do farmers carry, get a heavier dumbbell or kettlebells, all right? Friday is 4 time. So we want to pick weights that are a little on the lighter side. We want to do bigger sets, but that are manageable, all right? 30 hang clean and shoulder to overhead. So hang clean and jerk, all right? 30 reps. Weights are pretty light, okay? You could definitely do them in 2 sets. Rest 1 minute. 30 thrusters. Rest 1 minute. 30 burpees over the bar. Rest 1 minute. Then a round of 20 hang clean and jerk at a different weight, 95, 65. 20 thrusters, same weight, 20 burpees. Then 10 hang clean and shoulder to overhead, 10 thrusters at another weight, 115, 75. All right? You get a 1 minute break after each one. So there is a significant amount of breaking here. All right? 3 minutes per round. So nice and steady. Don't go too fast on any of these exercises, all right? That is Friday. Saturday, go the distance, long workout. So Pat or whoever's coaching Saturday, as soon as you go over the workout, get them in the machine, get them going. There is zero reason for them to warm up for anything whatsoever. The warm up and the mobility will take care of all that. 40-minute, you still have the buffer too, worst case, all right? And then Sunday is the GSA 3K grinder, all right? 1K run, 800-meter farmer's carry, 500-meter overhead carry, 400-meter run, 200-meter lunge, 100 burpee box jumps. Oh, 100 burpee broad jump. It says BBJ, so that was my interpretation. That is our week.